So guys, I wanted to share with you the new Ford Puma, the 2025, the new facelift version. This is the ST, the 1 litre EcoBoost. They've started to arrive now in a few dealerships. And yeah, I just want to share with you a bit of a walk around, just a few of these images of this car, which is currently available. Yeah, I'm filming this towards the end of August now. And yeah, this is super interesting because they've dropped essentially the 1.5 and they've changed the infotainment, which I've shared videos on. It's also an automatic only, as you can see there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to actually driving the car in the future on the channel actually. Yeah, I've got plans for a subscriber along with Ford. But yeah, this is one of the first ones that I've seen just popped up on Auto Trader in a really nice colour actually. Just a bit of a walk around, just of some of the new details around the car and that infotainment being a big part of it. And we've got some more images here as I can kind of share with you. And yeah, the car looks really, really good actually. The paint colour looks pretty special as well, and you can kind of see, as I will just show it, this car's actually up for £31,852. This is from a main Ford dealer over in Sheffield, and it's now a hybrid, so it's a 1 litre 170 PS automatic hybrid, and the colour is in cactus grey for reference. On this particular car. And one of the options that I'm really excited about is actually the optional handling pack, which I don't believe this car has, but I have got plans again with a subscriber when he collects his, which should be really exciting to share. So yeah, subscribe if you'd like to see that, and check back on future previous content on my channel. I do like my fast forwards, and this is one of the last fast forwards kind of going these days, even with the downside engine. But yeah, here's kind of like the facelift looks. You've got a little bit of a change just at the front, as you can see from these images. And a few new colours too. The ST wheels as well. I'm happy Ford are still sort of just about pushing these kind of cars out. And that is nice to see. The nice wheels, 18-inch wheels. So pretty special and big. I always find it with the rear brake disc quite small. It kind of has a massive gap, but a lot of the smaller Fords kind of have that. Decent sized brake discs at the front actually, which is nice. That should really improve things. It'll be interesting to see how I get on with this, because I have driven the 1 litre 170 PS facelift Puma, and yeah, I found the gearbox fine for sort of just pottering around, but when you were kind of pushing on it felt a little bit weird during my experience of it. And I've got a video on my channel on that experience. That car was in an amazing blue colour actually. Yeah, but that was before the changes. And this is one of the big change with the new infotainment actually. And you can see here it's up with the nav. I had a brief play with this at the Goodwood Festival of Speed actually, and I shared that on my channel. I felt it was kind of like placed on a little bit strangely. It looked a bit awkward. But in terms of how it worked and the resolution, it certainly looked very futuristic, very in keeping with, 2024, kind of August 2024. Yeah, and you get the different wheel, and this has like a flat bottom wheel, but with the handling pack you actually get a new wheel. You get the previous generation wheel, if that makes sense. So whatever is your preference on wheel is based on what the handling pack you go for. If you go for the handling pack, you're going to get that fixed the manually adjustable suspension, the coilovers from KW, which does affect, it's going to be a stiffer ride basically, but you can adjust it manually. And yeah, I'm interested to know what that car's like. I like the SD badge at the left. I don't think that was in the pre-facelift. The dash, I'll have to spend more time with it, and it's very subjective, and it is a community channel, so let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're getting one or if you've got one, and what your kind of thoughts on it all. Yeah, because that is the big change, and no manual, which is a real shame in such a small, essentially a hatch really, mini SUV. But that's where we're kind of at in this day and age. Big fan of the colour. I like a subtle colour there. Cactus grey looks very, very nice. And yeah, is it enough with the fact that it's only got the 1 litre to the 1.5? Is there enough changes from the pre-facelift? Was the infotainment really needed a refresh? Probably did. The Puma is getting on a bit now. I like the black door mirrors. The car looks black spoiler as well, so it's quite a sporty car. Black roof, which is nice. That's quite a nice image actually. The ST badge kind of in black as well. I wonder if this car has got the handling pack and they just haven't mentioned it. I don't think it has because it hasn't changed the wheel. Gloss black at the front, so a little bit more premium on that side, and nice lights. But yeah, you can see and you can make your own sort of decisions on it. Twin exhaust pipes, nice to see real exhaust pipes. The Puma always actually sounded pretty good. Fast forwards always make a good noise, and the engine made a good noise when I tried it on a late 2023 model. Again, film on that, as I've said. That's a dial I haven't noticed before. I wonder if that pops up. So you just twist it. That's quite nice. So you twist the dial on the right to go from dip beamed, like automatic and full beam and fog lights. The wheel, it looks more in keeping with the American market, I have to say, than the European one. That's just my feelings a little bit. But I just don't get that thing at the top. Apparently, it's the sound speaker system, because they've repositioned the vents a bit too. Interesting, but I've shared this a lot. So, and you got the paddles on the back of the car, and the sports seats. So Recaro, funnily enough, Recaro actually, as a manufacturer, which were the seats in the sort of like early Fiesta STs, the Mark 8s and Mark 7s, and they then changed them to an in-house Ford Performance, which was probably handy with Recaro going bust. And they're very, very nice seats, and they're plenty wide enough. They're quite big seats for the car. I think they're almost exactly the same as you'd get in like a Focus ST. And yeah, you have to expect that, but they're really comfortable and really enjoyable to sit in, and plenty supportive. The only thing is, if you're in the back, you've got that bit more of a block, I suppose, for your rear passengers. And actually, it does look a little bit claustrophobic back there. And the seats perhaps they look more ST line at the back. And I guess that's the thing about the whole car, is it now, with the fact, just because it's got 170 PS, but it's still a 1 litre engine, is it more like an ST line plus? And that's kind of what I was thinking in the past, but I'll have to spend some more time with it. It's also over sort of £30,000, and like, are the qualities good enough for that? You know, you'll have to make that choice. And I love the practicalities at the back, because it's got like Ford's mega box where you can chuck loads of stuff in. So yeah, good for like families and throwing things around there. The automatic gearbox, it just looks big, weird, clunky. It looks like something from really old-fashioned. Manual handbrake as well. Yeah, I'm not so sure, but that's where we're at, I guess. Some people prefer that as well. It's nice to have a bit more manual interaction, I guess. And with the economy that you should be able to get from the hybrid, that should be quite exciting. I like the ST badge, that's nice, and the red stitching looks quite fancy too. The buttons on the steering wheel, so you've got the sport mode and the modes to change between, and plenty of functionality there. A little bit of gloss black in the middle, and yeah, very nice red stitching. There's a bit more of the screen there. Only 8 miles left. This is the new dash, which they have in. I've played around with it in the new Focus ST edition, actually, because it's a very similar system. And I found it fine. There's the wheels. So it's on Continental Sport Contact 7, so decent tyres, decent rubber there for plenty of fun driving. Because that's what it is. It's a small little SUV to chuck around the roads, and very good for UK roads because it's quite small. Sort of smoked out lights as well. Yeah, but if you'd have to look a couple of times to know the difference between the pre-facelift and the facelift, and the changes shown there. And then you've got the Ford Performance front splitter, Ford Performance sort of side seals, a few physical buttons as well. So you've got the traction control, the parking sort of assist sensors, wireless charging, you've got a USB-C port and a USB-A port, and the volume control and sort of like the power off. So still physical, and Ford's amazing. I think they've got the heated front screen. I think they still have that, which is nice. And that new infotainment. And that's from a main Ford dealer right there. Let me know what you think in the comments of it. The new Ford Puma ST. Is it something that you'll be going for? Is it something that you're still apprehensive about the engine? And stay tuned to the channel, because I'll share a little bit more as I can on the car, because I know it's so popular in the UK, and I love little small cars, and I know this is a little bit more jumped up in sort of like mini SUV form, but it still has a lot to offer in today's day and age. And it's a car that I like sharing on the channel, just to get more of a feel of it. But thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, plenty more content to come, and I will see you again next time. Cheers, guys.